you know, I my whole kind of North Star is I'm gonna follow the fun and I'm not gonna think about anything else. I'm like, if it's fun
I
and I think
love
I'm gonna
that.
have fun doing it, then I'm just gonna trust that and come what may, and I'm not gonna worry if it's going to help or hurt, and just trust that if I do something as authentically and passionately as possible, that that will shine through, and the context or the content itself isn't nearly as or the guardrails around the content and the context aren't as provocative, because it's like
Right.
you just see a creative person doing something creative.
Right.
Like it's not typecast. It's just like, all right, yeah, she's gonna paint with every color she's got, and
Right.
and have the most fun and just see what happens. So
I love that so much. Like I'm I'm trying to do that with my life. That's like a thing that I've consciously been trying to shift over the past couple of years.
mhm.
Did you always feel that way, or was there a period of transition for you where you were like, no, I'm gonna follow the fun and I'm not gonna think so much about this
It
other stuff that gets in the way of it?
it's definitely been a work in progress, I think, like, anxiety is a learned behavior. I think, when you I found myself wanting to know other people's opinions before I knew my own, and I started to get really frustrated with that, and just try to be a bit more tunnel vision with my focus, and think really hard about, okay, w- what do I really, really want? Like, not some distant massive goal, but like what makes me feel the most happy and at peace. And it's just, for me, it's finding the zone, it's finding that
Yeah.
creative flow. And so when you put all of your focus and priority into, like, I need to tap into the zone. All I want is to harness the zone, whether it be music, whether it be voice acting. Yeah, I was a Division 1 tennis player, like, back in college, and being able to find that moment where you're not thinking, you are just so present and so free. It's like the deepest breath of air, just, you know, following your spirit and just focusing on that, not thinking about anything else, and just practicing that every single day, has really changed my life. And I don't feel like my goals or dreams are nearly as daunting, because I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about, I'm going to find the zone today. And then it took so much pressure off and took so much anxiety, and I've actually started to learn my own opinion and my own taste, and being really happy with that. Um, so
That's awesome. Yeah.
yeah, but it wasn't always a thing. It's definitely something that I've worked really, really hard on, because, like, to be present is one of the hardest things you can do. Like,
For
I
Oh yeah,
sure. Yeah.
especially
uh,
nowadays.
yeah, and especially with social media, you're constantly getting feedback all the time,
Hmm.
and that can really, like, I found that I've never been less confident, less comfortable, and less happy when I would kind of give in to this knee-jerk reaction of needing to know, like, is everyone around me okay and comfortable with me existing? Like,
Right.
do you like what I'm doing? Are you happy? I feel like, you know, with the best intentions, we're very much, um, I won't speak for everyone, but, like, I I think a lot of people grow up feeling like they need to appease others first, and like, make sure, you know, like, the focus is always external. You're always giving a lot of yourself to other people, and I'm just like, I need to save some for myself. How can I do that? All right, I'm gonna find the zone, and the zone is just me and myself and I, and that's number one, and finding that. I'm going on a tangent, but I think
No,
No,
no, this
I
is
love
a
it though.
great tangent.
I think it's a great tangent because I
It's
like So that's the point of the show.
Yeah.
I feel like that is really, really good information, advice, thoughts
Yeah.
to kind of put out in the world, because you know, like I said, that's a thing that I've been kind of chasing over the past couple of years of like, how long did I obsess over trying to make this project into something, or worrying about how it's being received, or even this song or this performance or this that or the other. But the idea of the goal being, my goal is to get where I am at my most free and creative and productive and all that, and it's just to get there, and then everything else kind of finds itself. I think that's really smart. I think it's cool. I think it's good advice for people, because I think people we're all kind of caught up in this. Social media is one of the reasons, but I think we've
Yeah.
probably always kind of been there, is this idea that external validation and external acceptance and approval is the thing to chase.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like, especially, like, I think and even, like, validation, but also just, like, I think our generation, like, is this po our generation, or just this population on Earth in general, is really, really accommodating in the sense of,
Mhm.
like, you know, I was at a, like, I don't know, Starbucks or something, and, like, my friend was like, I really wanna frat, but I don't wanna, like I know that would be a lot more work for you to make that, and it's like, "Well, just order what you want." Like, it's
Right. Yeah.
really not gonna it's like, I think, you know, just knowing what you want and not being and just trusting that you existing and what you want isn't that much of a it's not you're not an inconvenience,
Right. You're
you
not
know?
a
Yeah.
burden. You're
You're
not a
not a
burden
bur
on the world.
like, I feel like so many people I know, including myself, like, if you are taught that you are a burden on the world, like,
Right.
you
You're
know.
trying to earn
Mhm.
niceness.
Yeah, you
You
know?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, I feel a lot of that burden has been off my shoulders when I'm just like, the only thing I care about is that sweet, sweet zone. I just want the zone, and then, like, that's all I want, that's all I want. I just wanna live in the zone as long as possible because it is just I feel like I've developed a truly wonderful romance with myself by just focusing on that. Like,
Nice.
um, and 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 yeah, yeah. So
That's super awesome.